edit spline. I have some splines already here. Let's change the color of this one as I showed you before here, just to make it more visible. We created them in the creation panel on shapes. So I created a circle, a rectangle, and a simple line. And as you can see, the spline in the modify panel already has all the options of what an editable spline would have. But for the circle and the rectangle to have that, I would have to either add an editable spline here, edit spline, or convert it to an editable spline, or just add it to the spline. So what I do is take this spline and attach these other objects, and then they all have the same options. I could alternatively attach multiple and then search for those shapes. So what I can do is just take out all these filters. Again, just have shapes, and then I know it's those shapes the only ones, and then it attach everything. The same here goes for the order as in the editable poly. I have 1 for vertex, 2 for one segment, and 3 for the whole spline. So I select my spline, and one of the most common is outline. You see here that as soon as I click on it, it goes to 0. I also have the possibility to copy inside this. So with Shift, I drag. Okay, and I have these typical CAD tools like trim and extend. So what it does is it recognizes segments within other segments. So right now I take trim and I cut it, and I cut it there. And because this curve is still touching this other one, I can cut this one again. Okay, then I can do extend, will extend the curve until the next curve. There it goes. There it goes. You see it's there. I can mirror this. I can mirror it as a copy. Okay, right now it's mirroring it horizontally. I can mirror it vertically. These tools can be very useful because in many cases you actually want to edit a lot of things in lines before you go all the way to poly modeling. This is in the case when an object starts as an extrude object. If you don't know so far what's extrude, let's just go back a little bit, erase this, and go back to the curve we had. And I'll show you what's extrude. I basically have these splines, and I click extrude, which you can find here, or by having the buttons on. And right now it makes it as a surface, but just by pushing it a little bit, then I have an extruded surface. So that might be already the base of my model, in which case I want to have the lines quite the way I want to. This happens too many times for people that start thinking in 2 dimensions, but it's completely valid, so keep it in mind. A simple case is, imagine I have much more rectangles here. Okay, and imagine they are all part of a city, and I just attach them all. I'm going to make this an editable poly just to make sure. Editable spline, sorry. Attach them all. Usually you can find plans of a city in most of the city information, and then I apply an extrude modifier, and then I can randomly select. I'm going to collapse this all, make it into a editable poly, select some faces, rotate them, also move them up. That I already have some weird towers, and I can start building up a little city with some simple tools.